everyone, welcome back. This is Cailin and this is my channel, Movement with Cailin. And today is day 10 of my 30-day Pilates journey called Finding Your Center. So you guys have done awesome sticking with it for the first 9 days. I'm so excited you're still joining me here. Today is gonna be a slower, not a slow burn like we did in yesterday's class, but we're gonna do something just a more mobility and flexibility type workout, okay? We'll do some moving poses, some holding poses, just to kind of work a little bit more into kind of opening and expanding those muscles a little bit, but still, we'll still talk about that center and how it'll help in some of those exercises. So we're gonna start first in all fours. So come on to all fours here, hands and knees. And shoulders are gonna be sliding down, right? We're just gonna start moving into our cat and cow. So inhale as you drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale as you round. Good, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, round. Good, couple more. And last one. Good, now start moving into more of those circles here with the whole spine, the whole body, getting into it. Just making it feel good, right? So maybe if this that I'm doing doesn't feel as good to you, do whatever feels good. Maybe you kind of rock forward and back or come in and out of a child's pose. Now go ahead and move the spine in the other direction if you're doing those circles. Okay, let the head move freely here with the rest of the body. Good. Now come onto your forearms and stay on your right knee, but slide your right foot back so your toes are on the mat. Now I want you to flex into that ankle, so you're kind of pressing yourself away with your arms as you sink back into that right calf and that right, maybe feel this in your Achilles as well. Just stretching into the back line of that leg. Good. All right, now come forward just enough to lift the leg off, twist it across the body so it's over towards the left side of the mat, and then do that same thing, pressing into, or pressing through that ankle. Good, bring it back into center, bring the knee down. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So go ahead and tuck the left toes under as you straighten that leg and press yourself back and away. Even as you're here, try to think of drawing the shoulders down, connecting into the center, and pulling up with your core so you're not sinking down into that lower back and arching the spine. Good, and then bring the leg across the body to the right side of the mat, and same thing here as you press yourself away. Good, bring it back through center. Good, both knees are now gonna be on the mat. I want you to press yourself all the way up to a full kneeling position. I want you to bring your right leg forward so that you have right leg forward and left leg is gonna stay back behind you. So we're gonna do a little moving stretch here from our lunge into our hamstring stretch. So as we're here, right, we stay lifted in our core as we sink a little bit deeper into this left hip, opening the hip flexor. And then you're gonna sink the hips back, start to straighten that right leg as you hinge forward over that leg. Good, and then we start to come forward again, lifting up into that lunge, shoulders down. Good, and then we sink back into that hamstring stretch. Try to keep that spine nice and long. Good, and then we lift up. Good, and bring it back down. Good, a couple more like this. Last one. Good, now bring that right foot back down as you come back to that lunge here. All right, now this is where we're gonna use that centering here. I don't want you to sink so far down that you're just kind of hanging out into your joints here and your hips. So I want you to kind of come back up a little bit. Think of lifting through your quad, lifting through your center, right? So you should feel some nice engagement through here in the legs. Now, inner thighs, I want to pull together into the center as well. Now, keeping all of that, I want you to sink just a little bit farther, feeling a deeper stretch. Good, now keep your right hand on your right knee, draw that left arm up towards the sky, and then reach overhead to the other side. So as you're here, right, drop the ribs down just a little bit, and then reach out of your side body. Good, one more breath here. Good, go ahead and bring that arm back down. We're gonna shift back into that hamstring stretch now. So straightening that right leg. Now, fingertips are on the floor. I want you to think of pulling that right hip back, right? We tend to kind of let the right hip kind of come out to the right a little bit. So pull it back so your hips are squared off. Now, find that nice long spine with your shoulders down, and then start to hinge forward. And then when you can't hinge anymore, go ahead and round that upper body, letting your head drop down. And again, pull your inner thighs in towards the center here. Let's do one more breath. Good, and then go ahead and come back up. And then we're gonna bring this right leg under and then sweep the left leg forward. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. All right, so we're gonna find that moving stretch first. So first thing, right, kind of pull up on this quad a little bit, shoulders down, cores in, and then I want you to hinge forward just a little bit. And then you're gonna start to sink your hips back, flex through that left ankle, so you bring the chest down. And again, you bring it forward, hands on top of the thigh, and then you hinge back, hands down, sink down. Good, just a few more like that. Good. Last one, coming forward. Good, hinge it back. Good, now come back up into that lunge or your kneeling lunge here. And again, let's work in that centering. So pulling the core in and up, right? Pulling up from that quad, that thigh, to stay connected into our core, shoulders down, right? It's almost like you're tilting your pelvis under just a little bit to find that opening in that hip flexor. Good, and then you might sink down just a little bit more, a little bit deeper. Feel that hip flexor stretch. Now draw that right arm up to the sky. Good, stay connected here with your shoulders down your back, but then reach that side body open so you bring that right arm over to the other side. Good, go ahead and come back into center and then start to bring your hips back into that hamstring stretch here again. Good. Again, think of coming up into your fingertips first to lengthen your spine. Take an inhale And then exhale, start to hinge forward and then start to round the upper body. Pull those inner thighs into center. Good, one more breath here. Good, go ahead and bring yourself all the way back forward and then bring your knees all the way back. All right, widen your knees here. Sink your hips back into a child's pose. Bring those arms forward. Good, now I want you to tent up onto your fingers here so that you can, when you sink your chest and your head down, you're getting a little bit more stretch kind of in the shoulders. Good, so every time you inhale, I want you to think of breathing into your back body. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, let it go. Good, one more like that. Deep breath in, inhale. And exhale, release. Walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Good, still tenting into those fingers. Pulling your right hip back. Good, take another inhale here. And exhale, release. You should feel a deep, deeper stretch on that right side. Good, another deep breath here, inhale. Exhale, release. Good, walk your hands over to the left side now. Same thing, tenting into those fingers, feeling that deeper stretch here. Deep breath in, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Last one, deep breath in. And exhale. Good, go ahead and come back up through center as you stack your spine all the way up. All right, let's go ahead and face forward now. And we're gonna do a little seated work here into our legs and in our side body. So I want you to bring that left leg out nice and long, and that right foot is gonna snuggle up in here into our left inner thigh. So try to make sure your sitting bones are nice and wide so we can get a nice tall spine here, right? So we've got this beautiful lift, everything's pulling in to bring us up into center. All right, arms are gonna reach up to the sides. I want you to take an inhale as you start to bring that left hand down to the inner part of that left leg. Reach the other arm over, snuggle the shoulders on the back, and then come back up into your T arms. Bring this right hand down as you lift up, reach, side bend, and then we lower back down. Good, arms come out to a T, and then we bring that arm into that inner thigh. Good, arms come out. Good, lift up, stretch that side body. Good, and lower. And again, hand comes down. Bring that arm over. Good, hand comes out. And we lift. We're gonna do one more just like that. Good. And down, snuggle those shoulders in. And then we come up. Good, press up and lift. All right, so come back down. We're gonna hold this side bend position now as we bring this arm down. Again, snuggle it in wherever it can go. Good, shoulders down and back. Think of pulling that top shoulder back especially. Good, deep breath in here. Inhale, try to use the pressure of that arm against the leg to twist yourself open just a little bit more. Good, one more breath. Good, lift up to seated. Good, and bring this other hand down again as we come into that big side stretch here. So once you're there, adjust if you need to get the shoulder over that wrist, right? Ribs are pulling down into the center. Glutes are engaged as you press the hips forward. Now, once you have all that, Then you reach the arm away, reach that leg farther away, draw your shoulders down. And then with all that, see if you can lift your chest just a little bit more towards the sky. Good, last breath. Okay, go ahead and bring it all the way back down. We're gonna go ahead and switch to the other side. So our right leg comes out now, left leg snuggles in. At least now you know where we're going with this one. So sitting up nice and tall first. Arms are gonna reach out to the sides, and then we bring this right arm under, right? Snuggle it into that inner part of your leg as that left arm reaches up. Good, then we windmill the arms, and we bring that left hand down, lift up, press up, and then we lower it back down. Good, again, sitting tall first, and then we bring that arm over. Good, coming up through center. Good, left hand down. Good, lift it up. Good, let's do 2 more just like that. I can tell my right hip, my right side is so much tighter than my left. So hard for me to find that big opening. Good, and down, let's do 1 more. Good, sit up first, bring that arm down, other arm comes over. Good, and then we lift, hand comes down, and we stretch. Good, bring it down. We're gonna find a longer hold here on this one. So resituate yourself. All right, now trying to keep the shoulders down and together. That's the hard part here. Snuggle that arm in, and then press that arm into the leg as you press the leg into the arm, and then bring that left arm up overhead. Good, bring the shoulders down. Good, let's do 1 more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Good, let's go ahead and bring the spine up. Good, hand comes down. Let's find that side position now. All right, and again, right, ribs down, glutes are engaged, shoulders down, core is in. Once you find that center, then you reach out of the center as you lengthen out. Good, once you've got that, see if you can open your heart to the sky just a little bit more. Good, 1 more breath. Good, and bring it all the way down. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna come onto our back here and get a little bit more opening in the chest and the shoulders, and get a nice rotation as well in our lower body. So first thing, you're gonna lay on your side. I'm gonna face you guys first. So you're gonna lay on your side facing me. I'll be on my right side. You're gonna bring that bottom arm, place it underneath your head to give it a little bit of extra support. So your hips and knees are stacked here. You should feel that. You're gonna take this top arm. This is called pinwheel. And you're gonna take it towards the floor, that hand. Reach it forward. Good, keep the hips and the knees exactly where they are as you sweep this top arm around, keeping the fingers touching the floor until the arm opens out to the side. This is where you should feel that beautiful stretch in your spine as well as in your shoulder. Now, you're gonna bring the arm back up and overhead, and then it's gonna sweep back forward. Good, let's do that again. Bring the arm forward. Good, sweep it around. Good, let the left shoulder pull down towards the floor if it can. And then reverse it as we bring it up and over. Good, and back forward. Good, let's do 1 more. Forward. Good, around. Good, let that chest and shoulder open. This time, hold it here. Take an inhale. Exhale, see if you can let the ribs just release and relax a little bit more. One more breath here. Good, exhale. Now start to bring that arm back up and overhead. Good, bringing it back to center. Good, reach it long. Awesome. All right, now I want you to come onto your belly before we switch to the other side. So we're still gonna work this top arm here. And you're gonna take that left arm, or that, whatever that top arm was, and you're gonna reach it along the floor. Now you're gonna bend the opposite leg and start to twist towards that outstretched arm as you start to come onto that shoulder of that outstretched arm. Press yourself away from the floor with your other hand. This is gonna get deeper into that shoulder. Keep your head down on the mat. Now shoulders down here, right? So that bent elbow, right? Draw that shoulder down. Good, and then go ahead and unwind, bringing yourself back to center. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and switch to the other side. So I'm gonna flip on over. You're gonna see my back, but eventually you'll see me once I twist. So your opposite arm is gonna be reaching out. Good, knees and hips are stacked. And you're gonna start to sweep that arm up overhead. Good, reach it over. And then bring the arm back up and around and back to center. Good, reach. And then we stretch it around. So for this exercise, we're keeping our lower body nice and stable as we flow the upper body. So there's this stable part and there's this flowing part. Good. Good, and bring it back to center. All right, now come to lay back down onto your belly. And this time, that arm that was moving is gonna come stretched out to the side. And then you bend the opposite knee, and then you're gonna bring that leg back behind you. Good. And again, that top shoulder is pulling down. And with each exhale, see if you can really deepen and pull that core into center. And twist maybe just a little bit further. Last breath. Good, and then go ahead and bring yourself back onto your belly. And you're gonna flip yourself right over onto your back now. All right, so laying all the way down. I want you now to bring your right leg into your chest and grab on behind your thigh and then stretch that leg up towards the sky. And just try to gently pull it towards you. So maybe you're a little bit more flexible and you can grab onto behind your calf to do that as well. And while you're doing that, also start to point and flex your ankle, moving into what is often a tight spot in our ankles here when we don't get that mobility. So start to circle the ankle around as well. And then go ahead and move it in the other direction. Good. All right, now I want you to bring, keeping your leg where it is, bring your hands and your arms down by your sides. And you're gonna point the foot as you lower the leg. You're gonna hover it along the floor. Good, now find that you're in this long neutral spine here, right? Pelvis is in neutral. Now you wanna flex the ankle, draw it back up. Good, point the toe, reach it away. Keep the ribs pulling down. Good, flex and lift. So you're staying strong and stable in your center. Good, flex and lift. Good, 3 more, 3. Last 2. Good, last 1. All right, now I want you to keep the right leg pulling in, reach the left leg long. All right, now we're gonna get a bigger circle here with this leg than we normally do with our single leg circles. So what that means is we're gonna find a little bit more freedom in our hips and in our lower body with our circles while keeping the upper body centered and stable. So what that means is we're gonna reach this right leg back up to the sky. We're gonna start to bring the leg over to the left as you lift that right hip off the mat. Now shoulders and ribs stay down. Sweep the leg down along the floor, out to the side and back up to center. So we come across, down, out, and lift. Good, across, down, out, and lift. Do 2 more times in this direction. Last one. Good, now reverse it, bring it out to the side. Don't let the left hip pop up though. Down, let the right hip come up now, then you pull it back to center. So we come out to the side, across, twist and lift. Good, out, across, twist and lift. Last one, across, twist and lift. Good, now bend that knee in, keeping it bent, twist it across the body. Getting that beautiful lower body rotation. So when we're doing that pinwheel, we were getting upper body rotation. Now we're keeping the upper body stable and twisting that lower body. Good, come back to center. We're gonna do all that on the other side. So keep this right leg bent to start. Pull that right leg in. Start to reach it up towards the sky. Flex through that ankle. And again, if you can grab onto that calf, go ahead. And wherever you're at, just point and flex the ankle here. Freeing up the movement there and that joint. And then start to circle it around. And then good. Good, now releasing your hands, bringing them to the mat, but keeping that leg lifted. I want you to start to point the toe, reach it away. Now feel here how you have your long neutral spine. Keep that as you flex the ankle and lift. Good, inhale, reach away. Exhale, belly in and lift. Good, don't let that that pelvis shift as you lift and lower the leg. So that's staying super stable. This is great work for hip mobility as well. Good, last 2. Last one. All right, so now we're gonna extend that right leg along the mat. We're gonna find those bigger leg circles now. So go ahead and reach that leg up towards the sky, that left leg. Good, let's bring it across the body as we bring the hips off, but the shoulders and ribs stay grounded. Bring the leg down, out to the side, and back to center. Good, bring it across, down, out, center. Good, down, across, exhale, center. Last one, this direction, across, exhale, center. Good, let's go ahead and reverse it. Bring out to the side, down, across, and up. Good, bring it out, down, across, and up. Good, 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Good, bend that knee in. This is where you get that yummy twist as you keep your shoulders down, but you bring that leg across. You can gaze over that left shoulder. Good, one more breath. Good, pull everything back to center. This time, go ahead and bring both legs in, and you're gonna rock yourself up to your seated position. All right, I want you to bring both legs forward for a seated forward folds. So, sitting up nice and tall on your sitting bones, right? Beautiful spine, nice and lifted. Flex through those ankles. Legs are long. And then we're gonna hinge forward at the hips. And then once we can't hinge anymore, I want you to fold over the legs, grab onto your ankles, your feet, your shins, wherever you can grab onto. Maybe let your head go here, shaking it out. Good. Deep breath in. Good. Last breath. Beautiful. Go ahead and stack your spine, coming all the way back up. All right, come into a seated position. I'm gonna stay facing the side so you can see what my spine is doing here. So actually I'm gonna come onto my knees. Let's do that instead of cross-legged. All right, so coming onto your knees, we're just gonna get some bigger kind of opening into the heart and the chest here, some bigger expansion. So before we start, right, with this expansion, we still want to stay protected in our center. So we want to expand in a way that is still safe for our back and our spine. So I want you to draw your ribs down, right? Connected through here. Now, with that expansion, I want you to think of keeping center or keeping engaged in your core, dropping the shoulders down as you lift the heart and chest. So you're getting that expansion just in that upper thoracic spine. And then you're gonna exhale, you will round the spine as you bring the arms forward, pull the belly back. And then again, lift up, core stays strong, right? And then we lift up and out of that upper back. And then we exhale to round. Good, and again, inhale, lift tall, shoulders down, heart lifts. Exhale to round. Good, 2 more, lifting tall, shoulders down. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good, lifting all the way back up. All right, you guys stay where you are. I'm just gonna face forward. We're just gonna get an easy neck stretch here. So go ahead and drop your right ear towards right shoulder. If you want a little bit extra, take that right hand and then go ahead and reach around and grab your kind of right by your left ear. And you're not pulling hard, it's just a gentle, like letting the weight of your hand kind of pull the head down a little bit further towards that right shoulder. So when you're doing that though, make sure you're not, doing this and letting yourself bend to that side. I want you to stay centered everywhere else, and it's just that head that's moving. And then maybe that other arm reaches out for a deeper stretch. And then draw your chin closer down towards your chest, still angled over towards that side. So you bring your hand to the back of your head and give it a gentle pull. Again, nice and gentle. And now you're not rounding your spine, but staying lifted. Good, bring the head back up to center, release the hands. Let's go to the other side. So left ear towards left shoulder. Keep the spine straight and then bring that hand or that left hand to the outside of that right ear. Give it a gentle pull. Maybe you lift that opposite arm off. You can get so tense and so tight in our neck and our shoulders. So if you're anything like me, you need this every day. All right, chin towards the chest, but still over at that diagonal as you pull the back of the head down. Still spine tall, shoulders down and back. Good, now release your hands, lift the head up. Good, arms coming down. Just do a few shoulder rolls here, up and back. Just loosening up a little bit more in that area. Good, now I want you to bring your arms up to the sky. I want you now to twist over that right shoulder as you bring your hand to the outside of that right knee and you press to twist just a little bit farther. Good. Now coming up through center, arms lift back up. And then you twist back over that left shoulder to the other side. Now as you're here, right, so hold here for a second. We tend to let our ribs pop when we twist, to really twist even more. I challenge you to keep your ribs down, right, connected to your center, and then twist from there. If you let your ribs pop, you're really just kind of dumping into your back too much and finding that twist from the wrong places. So let's go ahead and come to the other side. Inhale, arms up. Good, keep the ribs pulling down as you twist. Good, again, inhale, arms lift and twist to your left. We're gonna do one more each side. And last one, arms up and twist. Good, inhale, arms up one last time. Exhale, turn the palms to face out. Draw your shoulders down with some sort of, or with a little bit of pressure. As you press down, you feel like your crown of your head is reaching up higher towards the ceiling until your arms come all the way down. Nice job, guys. Good job. I'm so happy you guys have stuck with this. I'm loving it. I hope you guys are too. Please go ahead and leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of this. Let me know if those tips to kind of stay centered even as you stretch, if that was helpful for you, right? Because we tend to kind of dump into our joints a little bit too much when we're stretching. So it's important to stay safe and stay strong so we can stretch in a way that is best for our bodies. So thank you again. If you are interested in doing a little bit more, I'll go ahead and link a quick full body Pilates workout here. If you're interested in another stretching workout, I've done quite a few. I'll go ahead and link another one here. But I look forward to seeing you guys back here on the mat for our, gosh, are we on day 11 tomorrow or is it 10? I think it's 11. I'm losing track. Thank you guys, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. All right, take care.